Let's give it up for our next lightning talk.
Good evening, everyone. I think we are all tired as well. And without wasting the time, I'm just starting up with my bold statement. The next great leap in UX won't be a new button or a cleaner layout or even a new design system. That will be the disappearing interface. Picture this. Open your travel app and make a weekend plan with your girlfriends. And even before you type something, it says, hey, the flights are cheaper if you leave Friday evening. And the hotels you loved last time has been left, one room left. I have booked it for 15 minutes. Shall I confirm? It will say that, but you didn't search, you didn't compare, you didn't click through maze of menus. The interface did it for you, and it acted for you. It anticipated your need and negotiated the best deal and left you with one clear decision. So, that is not a science fiction. That's agentic UI. Moving on to the next thing, traditional designs. Okay. Currently, we are designing the interfaces for reactive interfaces. The system that sits idle until we tell them what to do. We click, they respond. We search, they show results. We ask, they answer. But AI introduces something radically different. It acts on behalf of you. It think and make a decision on behalf of you. It's the shift from control to confidence. Let's move on to the customer experience impact with agentic UI. So, why does this matter for designers, customers, and for businesses? Because the customer experience always comes with three great things. That is ease, delight, and the speed. Let's move on to the ease. So, what will be that ease be? The ease is something there is no navigation required. The interface itself understands what to do next. And the speed, the task shrinks from minutes to seconds. And the steps reduces up to 70%. So delighting when a moment, the wow, it knows, turns off transaction into the experiences. Moving how it will impact the business. So when customers are delighted, the business will impact. So the first thing is rising retention. Time saving is an ultimate program here. Next one, loyalty. That trust builds. The product, the brands that feels personal, thoughtful, and delighted. And conversion grows. The right offer arrives at the right time. So this will make the customer impact in the business to grow as soon as possible. Let's move on to the challenges. Let's not carry away the more challenges. We have a trust and transparency. Yes, the trust is something, if an interface acts on behalf of us, the user may feel uneasy and lose the confidence. So we have to design it for explainability, where transparency is action plus why. What the system did and the reason it did it for. Next, moving on to the control and confidence. The decisions should always come from the user's end. The agentic UI is not a dictatorship, it's a collaborative agency. So the next thing is bias and ethics. Always the bad data and bias are makes many problems. Ethics must be baked into design. Moving on to the security and confidence. This is really important because core of above, all the things has to be considered for the security. If an interface acts silently, the security, the things, the data has to be protected like a trusted partner. And personal information should not be sold off. It has to be saved. Decision need not expose sensitive informations. Next, moving on to the privacy. Privacy needs to be built on and not to be bolted on later. Moving on to the customers. Next, vision for the future. Soon, our customers, they will not say they used the app. They will say the app took care of it. Why it is. So this is the thing. The customer's experience is now changing from customer experience design to customer goal design. So finally, I'm going to ask you a question. If we are the generation of the people who are designing for next great agentic experiences, where technology is not an active partner, it's an active collaborator. So how do we think of when an interface act on our behalf for your customers? The brands that matters, that masters. The customer will not experience the customer experience. They will experiences. The customer can't imagine without living this. Here is an impact and analysis for this customer experience. Thank you. Thank you once again. And can you get me the valuable feedback? This.